So one of the biggest crazes around Tesla that everyone hearing right now, besides S&P 500 inclusion, batteries that are going to revolutionize costs of EVs, and various other Elon Musk-esque behaviors. One of the biggest things we've been hearing about is these refresh of their cars. The Model 3 was introduced, I believe, in 2018 was the first product year, but was announced in 2017. And that really revolutionized Tesla's game in the EV industry, bringing them from luxury to more affordable. The Model 3 was just refreshed for a 2021 year, and it's interesting with Tesla because they don't do model years every year, and they don't do changes stuck to every year. They do subtle updates, they increase some features, obviously with the software over the air. But the 2021 Model 3 is interesting because it's a great looking car. It's got some great features that really appeal to me, especially this one. Anyways, thought I'd bring my car here to this 2-hour free charger and show you in person what's actually different between my car and the new 2021 model. So, let's find out. So I figured best way to show everyone is on the Tesla website. So, when you go to the Model 3 website on Tesla, so right now, these are the specs that they list out. They're advertising the performance is speed, I think, the long range is range, and the all-wheel drive with both the performance and long range. So we have the 3 trims. Only thing that's different so far is these times and these ranges. So I believe when I got my car, it was like 316 maybe. So they're attributing this increase in range to a couple of things: improved efficiency in the motors and battery management, the heat pump, which in cold climate should allow more efficient heating, 3 times the current rating of the heat now with the resistive heating elements, and 3 is actually supposedly an increase in the battery density. Same types of batteries used in my car, but they've changed the chemistry to allow a little bit more energy storage. So all 3 cars show an increase in range from their 2020 models. Cool, right? Not the biggest, not the smallest. Now, it's actually good that I run up to the performance. So all 3 cars have new standard wheels. So these wheels are new Aero wheels, and I'll show you what mine look like. And then the performance has these new Uber Turbine 20-inch wheels, in addition to all the other features: the spoiler, lower suspension, fast track mode, top speed, etc., etc. Performance boost, look at that, all that good stuff. If I obviously get the same car, but 1 year later. So you get that nice range bump at that price. Now the first thing you notice is this black trim. So it's called the Chrome Delete, and pretty much on the door handles, the side cameras, and the trim around the windows is now a black. Here's that silver trim I was talking about. So all of that is now a matte black. Door handles are matte black. I believe under here is now a matte black as well, and these are as well. So on the paint page, nothing has changed. Standard 5. Same with the interior. Now, all the options are the same, but now there is a new center dashboard design. So instead of this, I can show you later, this folding piano black, etc. Now it's this slide, and there's also storage for 2 large phones up there. There's also minor other details I'm going to go through, but it's cool that they updated the website. Underneath here, one of the big changes is there's 2 things. One, this is a power lift gate, so now you can automatically open it up and close it, and you can even set the height so you don't bump on your ceiling. Sorry for the messy trunk, but I think underneath here there's also a minor tweak. There's like this yellow piece of plastic. Now it's covered up by like a foam mat. And another thing I think is they've improved, not that I've had issues with it, they've improved the seal gasket here so that no water will drip in, especially like a ton or snow that's maybe melting. So yeah. See ya. Another nice little update back here is these are now 2 USB ports. These are changed to have like a door opening button. You can get a sticker to like undo this yourself, but I mean, I know plenty of people that are like, how do you get out of this car? I'm like, just press the button and hold, but I'm just some snug Tesla user, I guess. Smug, not snug. You know, I never sat in the back seat of this car. So center console changes, they got rid of this piano black trim on it, plastic that everyone hated because it would get fingerprints. And you know, I don't really know what they're talking about. So another big change that's coming that is probably the one temptation of mine is this heat pump addition. I can't show because I don't want to open up the plastic part on my my car. It's under the front, but essentially it should increase your efficiency in the cold when heating the cabin by 3 times, and that's one of the biggest drains in your car because there's always going to be a thermal management of the battery, whether it's cold or hot, you know. So with the heat pump, what it does is essentially a reverse air conditioner. I'm going to try to explain this in the best way possible because I didn't fully understand it, but essentially you have to compare it to the resistive heating. The resistive heating is just pumping heat from the battery into the cabin. So it's adding heat, which in thermodynamics is difficult because thermodynamics is a heat transfer. You want to get heat away from objects. So with the heat pump, what it does is it's like a reverse air conditioner, and it takes, it cycles cold air into a heat reservoir, heats it up, brings it into the cabin, and then expels the, you know, either the cold air that's there from sitting or the cold air as it starts to cool down, as it starts to heat you and the interior up. So it's more of a heat expulsion, heat expulsion, and that's much more efficient than just pumping heat into a space. So I think it's great. The one downside is heat pumps take a little bit longer to heat things up because you think of the space heater, that's essentially what's in this car, a little bit more sophisticated. That's just very instant heat versus like you thinking of heat in your house. It takes a little bit long to warm up, the oil and gas to warm up. One last change we got here is these are single pane glass windows, very hard to see, but it's one pane of glass. They've improved it with double paned on just the front seats, so it should be a little bit quieter in here. These things are now black instead of the silver, and the seat controls for the, you know, the lower, the lumbar, whatever. The seat controls are now some kind of like graphite silver finish instead of this black. Woo! Who cares? Now, a lot of these changes are across the lineup. It's not just the long range gets this, the standard range plus gets this. The only differences are the usual differences in like the premium and the partial premium interiors of the standard range plus versus the long range versus performance. Obviously the performance gets those new Uber turbine wheels, but it's, you know, everything across the board gets it. The standard range plus gets a range increase, a heat pump, some of these trim changes, double pane glass, a power lift gate, all that stuff. It's just, you know, it's missing on all those other features like heated seats in the back and premium audio, and then obviously the long range is slower, doesn't have track mode, performance spoiler, or the bigger wheels, etc., that the performance has. So these refreshes are across the lineup for the most part. It's nice. So what are my thoughts about the 2021 Model 3 refresh? Well, I'm not getting it. I just got a car. Then again, I know plenty of people within the Tesla community who do just get cars every couple years or when refreshes come out. Hey, power to your own, it's your money, it's your future. Personally for me, I'm hanging on to this car until it's literally falling apart at the seams. The reason I was tempted, and tempted is a very, very strong word, is because of that heat pump. I think as a apartment owner, without home charging, that actually makes a difference in a cold state like New Hampshire, because from what I was reading, that 300% efficiency increase to 1 kilowatt of power to 3 kilowatt of heating could make a difference when I'm heating the car up from dead cold of 10 degrees, 20 degrees. That's the only tempting thing, but not tempting me enough to spend probably extra couple thousand plus whatever other costs like registration to get the Model 3 refresh. So anyways, thank you for stopping by, and remember to like and subscribe. Thank you. Also, just want to let everyone know that it's been about 10 days since Grace went to quarantine, and she is feeling good. So yeah, I'm happy she's healthy and recovered. She's allowed to go out in the world, start working again, and it's great. And I can't wait to see her counting it in the days. Okay.